Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to automatically scrape website and add details in Airtable. So here I'm running an e-commerce store and I want to get updated with all my competition's detail. So for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape the website of my competition, and for that I have added the website details in my Airtable record. So as I'm going to add the detail of the website, then automatically by using Firecrawl, I'm going to scrape all the details from that website, and after scraping that details, I'm going to add those details back in my Airtable record. So for doing this automatically, I need to set up a connection between Airtable and Firecrawl. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing sort of automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, whenever I'm going to add a new record or I'm going to add the detail of a website in my Airtable, then automatically by using those details, I'm going to scrape the detail of that website by using Firecrawl, and after scraping those details, I'm going to add those details back in my Airtable record. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen.
I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can automatically scrape website and add details in Airtable. So suppose here you want to scrape data from a website such as product listing sites, news sites or job board, and automatically extract specific information like product prices, news headlines or job posting into Airtable records. Or you can also use any other platform that you want to use. Now imagine here that I run a business that deals in e-commerce business, and I want to track competitor strategy for specific products. So instead of manually checking competitors' website every day, I want to scrape the website automatically and store the data in Airtable for daily analysis. So web scraping is a process of extracting data from websites, and it involves using software to automatically retrieve information from web pages and store it in structured format. So here I'm going to use Firecrawl for website scraping, and here I'm going to add all these details in my Airtable database. Now by using Pabbly Connect, I can set up an automation to scrape the website details from my competitor's website and automatically add that data to a Airtable for tracking. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply build a connection between Airtable and Firecrawl in such a way that whenever in my record of Airtable I'm going to add the detail of my competitor's website, then automatically I'm going to scrape the website detail by using Firecrawl, and after scraping those details from that website, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those details in structure format in my Airtable record. So here in my Airtable record, I have added this website URL, and now what I need to do is I need to do the website scraping automatically. So for this, I need to use Pabbly Connect, and with Pabbly Connect, I can build this connection between Airtable and Firecrawl without any coding and programming skills. So here for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab, and I need to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the landing page, I have these two options of sign in and sign up for free. If we don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then we can just click on this sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of our time, and we will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if we already have an account, we can just sign in and we will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click here, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to automatically scrape website and add details in Airtable. Now what I need to do is I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and here in this tab I'll find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and I'm going to use this particular folder of Airtable. So I'm going to select this, and now I need to click on Create. And this will take us to the most important window of our workflow, and here in this window I have these two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on, and trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So here in our workflow, we can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here for setting up my trigger, I need to first search for my trigger application, And here for getting my website detail, I need to use Airtable as my trigger application. So here I'm going to search for my trigger application, that is going to be Airtable. And now I'm going to select Airtable here. Now I have to give my trigger event, so I'm going to open this tab, and new record will be my trigger event, so I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I will click on add new connection, and I need to click on connect with Airtable. So I'm going to do that. And now here I need to scroll down and I need to first select my base. So I'm going to click on this add a base button, and here I'm going to search for my base. So here I have this particular base of website scraping data. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to use this particular base. So I'm going to click on grant access to give access to my account. So I'm going to do that. And here I have successfully connected Airtable with Pabbly Connect. Now here I have selected my base name, that is website scraping data. This is my only base that I have selected while connecting Airtable with Pabbly Connect. And I only have one table in this base, that is table 1. Now for getting the record data from Airtable, I need to do one specific thing in my table, that I need to create a particular column that should be named as created, and I need to set its field type as created time. So let me take you to my Airtable account, and here this is my table 1 and this is my base, that is website scraping data. And in this table we can see I have all these columns, like I have the column of website URL, content links, markdown for references, and I have this particular column of created. So here I have created this column in my Airtable record, and also in this table I have added this record of this website URL. Now what I need to do is I need to go back to Pabbly Connect, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. So I'm going to do that. And here we can see I have received this response. So in this response I have received my record ID. Also I have received this blank space for my record of markdown from references. Also this is the blank space for content links too. And here I have received my website URL. So here this is the website URL that I need to use for scraping the data. And now here I have received this response from my Airtable record. But if you don't receive this response instantly, then you don't have to worry, because this is a polling based response, and within the next 10 minutes you are going to receive this response from Airtable. So in every 10 minutes you are going to receive the responses of the new records from Airtable, and if in this 10 minutes you are going to create new records in Airtable, then you will receive that response in Pabbly Connect. So these 10 minutes are the polling time of Airtable, and now what is going to happen is that in every 10 minutes Airtable is going to start searching for the new records, and as we are going to create new records in Airtable, then automatically it will send the data of that record here in Pabbly Connect. Now here I have received this response and I have received the website URL that I need to use for scraping the data. Now what I need to do is I need to use Firecrawl for scraping the data, and for that I need to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab, and here my action application is going to be Firecrawl. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Firecrawl here. So I'm going to do that. And now I have to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and here add a scrape will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Firecrawl with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I will click on add new connection. And for connecting Firecrawl with Pabbly Connect, I need an API key. So how I'm going to get this API key? For that, I need to first log into my Firecrawl account. And as I'm going to log into Firecrawl, then I need to navigate to dashboard, where I will find the API key section. And in the API key section, I will have my API key. So I'm going to take you to my Firecrawl account. And here in my dashboard, we can see I have this API key section. And in this API key section, we can see I have this API key. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that API key here in this tab of API key. Now I have added my API key, so I'm going to click on save. And here I have successfully connected Firecrawl with Pabbly Connect. Now first I need to give my website URL that I want to use for scraping the data. So here for the URL, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my response of Airtable, and in my Airtable response I have received the website URL. So I'm going to map that website URL here in this particular tab. So for that I need to use mapping, and what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping I need to click here. I will open this response of Airtable, and here in this response I have this website URL, so I'm going to map this. And now I need to give my formats. So I'm going to open this tab, And here I have all these formats like Markdown, HTML, raw HTML, links and screenshots. So here I want to scrap the data from my website like the links and the Markdown. So I'm going to use those as my formats. But if you want to scrap data of HTML, raw HTML and screenshot, then you can select those formats too. I have selected Markdowns and links, and now I have all these other tabs too. Now if in my data I want to include some tags, then I can add the tags here. And if I want to remove some tags from my data, I can give those remove tags too. But these are not the required details and I don't want to give any tags or remove tags, so I'm not going to fill these details. Also I can give the request timeout here, but I don't want to give that too, so I'm not going to fill that detail here too. I'm just going to leave these tabs blank. And now I have filled the required details. So I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button. And now what I need to do is I need to get my data in advanced format so that I can use the data of my scraping details and I can add that in my Airtable account. So here for that, I need to first toggle off this simple response button. And now as I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button, then automatically I will receive the response in advanced format. So I'm going to click here. And here we can see I have received this response. So in this response, I have the data markdown and data links. So here I have received all these details, and here these are all the details of the markdown that I have received from my website. And here I have scrapped all these data from the website by using Firecrawl. So here I have received the markdown data and also I have received the data links. So here I'm going to expand this tab, and here in this tab we can see I have all the links that my competitor have in the website. And here this is the data links of the website that I've added in my Airtable record. Now what I need to do is I need to extract all these links in a particular format so that I can add that in my Airtable record. So first what I need to do is I need to get these data out of this double quote and this square bracket. And as I'm going to receive that data out of this square brackets and double quotes, I'm going to add all the links one by one in a new line. So I'm going to replace this comma that I have with this double quotes, and I'm going to replace this with the new line. So for this, what I need to do is I need to use a tool that Pabbly Connect offers, and that is Text Formatter by Pabbly. So for that, I need to add one more Actions tab. And here I'm going to search for my action application that is going to be Text Formatter by Pabbly. So I'm going to select Text Formatter by Pabbly here. Now I have to give my action event, so I'm going to open this tab. And here I'm going to use this particular action event of text parser. So this is going to use to parse a text by giving text match after or text match before. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Text Formatter by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click here on Connect. And now first I need to give my text. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Firecrawl. And here this is my data of data links. So I'm going to map this. And now what I need to do is I need to give my text match after. So here in the text match after, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this double quote and this square bracket. So I'm going to type that here. So here this is going to be my text match after. And now I have to give my text match before. Now here in the text match before, I'm going to close my square bracket. So I'm going to first type the double quote and I'm going to close the square bracket. And now here I have given the text match after and the text match before. Now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button. And here in the result, we can see I have received all the links in the particular format. Now here I have received all these links out of the double quotes and the square bracket. Now what I need to do is I need to replace this comma that I have in the double quotes with the new line. So by replacing this comma, what I can have is I can have all my links in a new line. So for that, I'm going to add one more Actions tab. And again, I'm going to use Text Formatter by Pabbly. So I'm going to search for that. And I'm going to select Text Formatter by Pabbly here. And now I have to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And replace text will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to click on Connect. And here again I have to give my text. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Text Formatter by Pabbly. And here this is my text. So I'm going to map this. And now I have to give my find text. So here I'm going to use this double quote and comma as my find text. So I'm going to type that. And now I have to give the replace text. So I'm going to replace this with the new line. So I'm going to give the code for the new line, that is going to be /n. And now I have filled all the required details. So I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button. So I'm going to do that. And here we can see I have received this result. And in this result, we can see I have added all the links from the website in new line. Now here I have received all this data in a required format. And now what I need to do is I need to add all the scrap details that I've received by scrapping the website. And now I'm going to add all these details and I'm going to update my record in Airtable. So for that, I need to add my last action step. So I'm going to click on this add action step button. And now I'm going to use Airtable as my action application. So I'm going to search for that. And I'm going to select Airtable here. Now I have to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And update record will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. And as I have already built a connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to use this existing connection and I'm going to click on save. And now I have to fill these details for updating my record in Airtable. Now here my base name and table name is already selected. Now I have to give my record ID. Now here in this tab of record ID, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the record ID from my trigger response of Airtable, where I'm going to receive the new records and the website URL. So for that, I need to first toggle on this map button and I need to clear this default response. And now I need to open this response of Airtable. And here this is my record ID. So I'm going to map this. And now in this record, what I need to do is I need to give the content links and the markdown for references. So here I have received all these details by scraping the data from my website by using Firecrawl. And as I've used Firecrawl for scraping the data, I have received the content links from the website and the markdown detail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map those details here in these tabs. So I'm going to click here and here I have received all the content links in the required format in this particular tab of text formatter. So I'm going to open that. And here these are all my links. So I'm going to map this. And now I have to give the markdown data. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Firecrawl. And here this is my data markdown. So I'm going to map this. And now I have filled all the required details. And these are the details that I want to update in my Airtable record. So here these are my scraping details. And I got these details by scraping the website and using Firecrawl. So here I mapped all the required details. And as I mapped these details, I made all these details dynamic. Now what is going to happen is that as I'm going to create a new record with the website URL in my Airtable record, then automatically the response of that record will be sent to Pabbly Connect. And as I'm going to receive the new website URL from Airtable, then automatically by using Firecrawl, I'm going to scrap the data of that website. And as I'm going to scrap that data, then automatically the details that I've mapped here are going to get replaced with the new scrap details in the real time. Now I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button. So I'm going to do that. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have updated my record in Airtable with all the scrapping details. So to check whether I have updated my Airtable record or not, let me take you to Airtable. And here in Airtable, we can see I have updated these columns of content links and markdown for references. So here in this column, we can see I have all these links that I got by scraping the details of the website. And here I have added all those links. And also I have added the markdown data from the website. So here we can see that as I've added my website URL in my Airtable record, then automatically by using that website URL, I have first scrapped the data of that website by using Firecrawl. And after scrapping that data, I have updated that data automatically in my Airtable record. So here I have done this automatically by setting up this automation between Airtable and Firecrawl. And as I've set up this automation, I will do my website scraping automatically. And I'm going to update those details in Airtable record. So here I've created this automation for website scraping. And now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have connected Airtable and Firecrawl to automatically scrap website and add details in Airtable. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger and my trigger application was Airtable and my trigger event was new record. Then I have set up my actions tab and my action application was Firecrawl and here my action event was add a scrape. Then I have set up my actions tab and in this I have used text formatter by Pabbly to get my data in the required format, and in the last I have again used Airtable for update the record. So here I have successfully created this workflow and I have successfully created this workflow by following all these steps. So you can also follow these steps and you can create this automation, and I'm also going to add the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com. And if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.